Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. This was a statement made by Greek physician Hippocrates, according to Smith. So an innate behavior of humans since the beginning of time is to consume food. The reason we consume food primarily is so that we can have nutrients. Society has changed, we've evolved, we're fast paced, we look for anything that is easy nowadays. That includes our cookware. We want cookware that's easy to use and easy to clean. But studies have shown that some of this cookware is actually really bad for our health. So something every human can relate to is the need for nutrients. Everybody needs nutrients to survive. And most people, well, we get those nutrients through the foods that we eat. So whether you're preparing meals or you're the person eating the meals, it's always good to know what type of cookware to use or which type of cookware is being used. Growing up, I found a love for being in the kitchen and cooking. I used to be my grandma's prep chef. We would have family and friends over and we would entertain with food. My grandma was old school. She used a lot of cast iron and stainless steel, neither of which was very easy to clean. So when I grew up and I had my own family, I decided to go with Teflon. It was a non-stick cookware that was not only affordable, but most importantly, very easy to clean. After time and normal wear and tear, I would notice that the cookware that I was using would start to have little chips that would come off. Sometimes these particles would end up in our food. Unknowingly, I'm sure we probably ingested some of it. So today, I want to talk to you about cookware. I want to talk to you about which type of cookware is best for you to use and which type of cookware you probably want to stay away from. You want to stay away, definitely, from non-stick cookware. I will educate you on the studies that have been shown of why you should stay away from non-stick cookware, and I'll also provide you with an alternative method so that you can cook your food still. So what's the problem with non-stick cookware? It's supposed to be easy, right? Well, the problem is non-stick cookware contains a chemical known as PFOA. Now, according to Warland, PFOA has been linked to various health concerns. It is a carcinogen, and PFOA has been linked to heart health issues. It has been linked to birth defects and endocrine system disruption. Also, according to Warland, when fry pans or pots are heated to 250 degrees that contain PFOA, they are releasing high amounts of this chemical into the food. If you boil water in these pots or pans for only 20 minutes, it's going to show up in that water as well. So the EHP reported that in 2006, 95% of Americans tested positive for PFOA in their bloodstreams. And it takes 20 years for this to break down and be eliminated from the system. 20 years to get rid of the PFOA if you are not exposed to it again. That is according to Hawa Lakeisha. So the next problem, despite all of this acknowledgement of knowing that PFOA is dangerous, they're still putting it in our consumer products. In January of 2006, the EPA made an agreement and companies were to eliminate PFOA in consumer products. That is according to the EHP. The pact stated that by 2010, the manufacturing emissions of PFOA and the trace elements would be reduced by 95%. And by 2015, it would be completely eliminated. However, a report done in 2015 by the EWG showed that chemicals are still present in the consumer products. While the PFOA has been reduced by 1,300 times, it is still at dangerously high levels. And additionally, there are more than 6 million people in 27 separate states that are being affected by this, according to Warland. So what's the solution? It's pretty easy, right? Well, we can take all of our nonstick cookware and we can throw it out. But then what are we going to cook with? Well, I got the solution for you. So we'll start with cast iron. Cast iron has been used for centuries. You might even have some in your kitchen, handed down to you from mom or grandma. I know I do. Cast iron is a great choice, especially if you suffer from anemia. Cast iron provides iron when cooking the foods. However, according to NEVO, if you're at risk for hemochromatosis, you do not want to use cast iron to cook your food with because it can produce too much iron in the bloodstream. Now, despite controversy and the link between cooking with aluminum and Alzheimer's, according to NEVO, it is deemed safe to use. A study done by the NIH said that only trace amounts of aluminum were found in the foods that were cooked by using aluminum. However, you do want to replace the aluminum if you notice signs of pitting. Are you a baker? Silicone is an excellent choice. According to NEVO, it is an inert substance and does not hold heat or transfer to food. So when you remove it from the oven, it does not continue to bake your food. And it's easy to clean. Copper. This is the best conductor of heat. However, do not use copper to cook with if it is labeled as decorative use only. According to NEVO, if you use copper, you must make sure it is lined with stainless steel. If not, the copper can leach into the food, and if too much is absorbed into the body, it can cause copper poisoning, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, and a laundry list of things you don't want. So while nonstick cookware is very convenient and easy to clean, the risk of the PFOA going into your food definitely does not outweigh the benefits of your health. The foods that we prepare, well, they can either provide us with nutrients or put poison in our body. And while our bodies definitely need nutrients to sustain, it's very hard to survive in a toxic environment.